Crowd to Solana. Welcome to the show. 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 Crowd to Solana. Welcome to the show with the three amigos. Hotman, Crowder, and Solana.
Anybody hear that? There's a Sharpie in my mouth.
So we riding and we ready to go. 100,000 watts full throttle, baby, ready to blow. We passing Poco to Jupiter, we got your attention. You can tune in anywhere, but listen at your discretion. To the legend, Mr. Hotman can stop from each other deuce. My brother got his own hot burger at Tucker Deuce. Now I rush more of these sports, spitting the truth. It's Channing Crowder, greatest Dolphins, who got 52. Solana one best of Miami, the voice of FIU. We reppin' to Miami, the Heat and the Panthers too. We reppin' for the Marlins, the Dolphins, that's how we do. We reppin' for the Crips, so it's always about the you. Hey Jimmy, please get a bell on the phone and tell him that it's on. I finally got his name on the song. Can't do it wrong, cause it sounds so sweet. Just spit the facts while I keep the crowd on their feet. Football season be the reason that I be bringing this heat. Georgia music representing 104.3. Hey, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Very exciting show we have planned for this afternoon. Crowder is running 10 to 15 minutes late. He will be here. But I was going to talk about this big Heat win last night, but since we were just announced as the brand new radio home for the Miami Marlins, I'm going to pivot a little bit. Crowder's not here. Solana, breakout year for Connor Norby, yes or no?
Absolutely, Hoch. 100%.
Jimmy, breakout year for Connor Norby.
I'll buy that.
All right. Buy or sell, Solana. Better game from Jimmy there. Buy or sell. Connor Norby, buying or selling?
Yes.
So, Crowder's running 10 to 15 minutes late. Do you think, I'm being 100% honest, do you think he has any idea we've been announced as the radio home for the Miami Marlins?
I do not. I don't think Crowder has checked his phone today outside of just texting us that he'd be a couple minutes late. We've probably had some preliminary discussions about it behind the scenes.
Well, we've known for a month or more.
I didn't know what I was allowed to say or not.
Well, it doesn't matter now. It's been announced. That's why I don't mind saying it. But do you think he's known for the amount of time we've known?
He should. He was there for all those conversations.
Was he?
Yeah, I mean, the group chat, like we've been pretty open about what's coming.
Yeah, I my guess would be he has no idea we're the radio home for the Miami Marlins.
Well, somebody tell him before he crushes the Marlins.
No, I think it would be funny. I want to ask him, because I want to bring up, how nobody knew how to watch them on TV till last night. I'm going to ask him if he knows how to watch them on TV where he is, and then I want to ask him if he knows how to listen to them on the radio. I want to see what his answer is. So don't tell him, Jimmy. Don't give him a heads up. All right. So we are, by the way, the new radio home for the Miami Marlins. Super excited about it. You know how I feel about just having baseball on and the sounds of baseball. I think it's pretty cool. Tomorrow is opening day. So we will have, now tomorrow, we're at Gulfstream Park, me and Crowder. Crowder and I will do the show from Gulfstream Park. Solana will be back in the studio because he's got a Heat game that night. And the Marlins open their season tomorrow night at Lone Depot Park. We will have Josh Appel out there for all 4 hours of our show. So Josh Appel will be our eyes and ears at Lone Depot Park. But the game tomorrow, first pitch is 7:10. Pregame starts at 5:30, and it can all be heard on AM 560. All right? And then Saturday, Sunday, you'll hear it on the FM. But tomorrow night, AM 560 for some Marlins baseball. And in all honesty, where they belong. The Marlins belong on WQAM. They do.
Yep.
And I'm glad to welcome them back. Now, I don't want to give short shrift to the Heat because we are the flagship station for Heat basketball and the Miami Heat audio experience. That win last night, I didn't think there was a chance in hell after they blew that lead, I thought it was pacing to be one of those cataclysmic double-digit collapses where all of a sudden they forgot how to play basketball, and Cleveland couldn't miss a three. There was a spate there where all you could hear was that PA announcer, three, and then, Donovan Mitchell. It was like, it was crazy.
Donovan Mitchell hit a three in the third quarter where there was like 0.8 of a second left on the shot clock when he caught the ball 8 feet behind the three-point line, and there was just no clock awareness. He realized it. He just jacked it up from his hip, leaning sideways, and he swished it. And at that point, Hawk, I began typing up pretty much like a "this team stinks" post-game show script. Yep. Because, like they were going to blow it in the third quarter again, and it was the same thing that we had seen. Nice little first half, and then you get beat by a good team in the second half.
But in a twist that I don't think anyone saw coming, they withstood the onslaught, lost the lead, regained the lead, and then ran away with it. I did not see that coming. I did not feel that coming. I felt the exact opposite was going to happen. Now, I will tell you, I read something in Ask Ira in the Sun Sentinel today. A guy wrote in, he said, Atlanta beats Detroit. Philly has Joel Embiid and Paul George back. The Hornets roasted us last time. It's going to take more than a win over the Cavs for the Heat to prove it to me. Now, first of all, how sour is your life, sir? That's your reaction after that really nice win in Cleveland, by the way. Like, what's wrong with you? What went wrong somewhere in your existence? But Ira says, yes, the Cavs were without Jared Allen and Max Strus and Dean Wade, among others, Wednesday, while also playing on the second night of a back-to-back. So there is that. But the Heat also desperately needed the win. So there's also that. Of their 9 remaining games, the Heat probably need to win 6 to move into any type of comfort zone. Otherwise, you're talking as treacherous of a potential play-in field as the Heat have ever faced, from the surging Hawks and Hornets to a Magic team that is 5-0 against the Heat, to a Sixers team that by the postseason could be fully reloaded with Joel Embiid, Paul George, and Tyrese Maxey. So for as much of a long shot as it currently appears, Ira says, it might be easier for the Heat to land a top 6 seed and get directly into the playoffs than survive the play-in. Play-in ain't going to be the Bulls this time.
Right. Well, it's not the Bulls with DeMar DeRozan, and it's not the Hawks with Trae Young. It's not like these are good teams. Charlotte, had they been this healthy and with this roster playing from the beginning of the season, is probably a top 6 seed. The Hawks, same thing. They're probably a top 6 seed. These are good teams. But, Hawk, here's what I'll say. Yesterday, what have we been clamoring for the past 2 months of Heat basketball? Like, all we wanted to do is see this team healthy. Tyler and Norm on the floor together. But then, Wiggs was out. Jaime has been out. Norm missed time. We've just been clamoring for them to be healthy. Let me see it. Yesterday was only the 7th game all season that this team started a game with their rotation healthy. And for the first time all season, they started and finished the game healthy, and they looked good outside of the third quarter. That's fine, but they look good.
After you've mushed them in the third quarter.
Yeah.
What are they, like Panetta, 1-4 in third quarter since you mushed them?
Yeah, I think they've lost.
You are straight. So lucky you got that one night. The Saturday night. You are so. Can you imagine if they hadn't won a third quarter since Spo took you to task?
Jose Panetta, La Voz. Jose Panetta texted me yesterday after the third quarter. He said, "Way to go." I said, "Spo must hate me." But Hawk, everybody contributed yesterday. So if we're gonna crush the Heat on that 5-game losing streak, as they deserved, because when they were healthy, they didn't look good. Well, they were healthy. And everybody balled. Tyler and Norm played great in the starting lineup together. And then Bam and Kala at the end of the game, on the floor, dominated to win the game. They deserve credit for that. So let's see. Let's see if they can stay healthy.
I thought it was one of the signature wins of the season. I really did, because you felt everything collapsing over the last 5 games. And that game was playing out perfectly for the collapse that we were all experiencing, and they muscled through it.
Yep.
Like they muscled through it in Cleveland, by the way. So I was impressed. Cleveland by 30 tomorrow night, but I was impressed last night.
If they win tomorrow, big if, but if they win tomorrow, you feel really good about your chances getting out of the play-in season. I'm not saying it'll happen, but you'll feel really good about it if you win tomorrow night.
Anyway, let's get headlines. So we have a loaded potato today. We're going to have Clay Ferrero on with us. Lee Sterling is going to join us today because the Sweet 16 starts tonight, and tomorrow we're going to be fairly busy with Josh Appel being live at Lone Depot Park and me and Crowder being at Gulfstream Park and it being Marlins opening day. So Lee Sterling will join us today. Rob Pizzola can't be on the show today. He's going. Is there a World Cup qualifier with Italy today?
Yes.
Because he said he was going to Little Italy in Toronto to watch a World Cup qualifier. So I was guessing it was Italy.
Italy, which would probably be one of the favorites, like top 10 favorites to win the World Cup if they made it, has not guaranteed themselves a spot in the World Cup yet. So they have to play through a qualifier, and they missed the last World Cup. So this would be a massive, massive letdown for one of the greatest soccer countries in the history of the sport if they lose to Northern Ireland today.
White Sox just opened their season with a ding-dong. I'm watching the White Sox-Brewers game.
A little first pitch ding-dong?
It wasn't the first pitch, I don't think, but it was the first batter, ding-dong. Love a season that opens on a ding-dong. Oh, here's Crowder. I had a couple questions for you, Crowder. Where are you, by the way?
Atlanta.
You're in Atlanta. Can you
Yes.
tell us why, or is this the still secretive pivot time?
Secret pivot time. We had a well-known artist, rapper on.
Well-known.
We're making a little
artist.
Atlanta run because we had Jeezy last week or
Right.
earlier this week. Yeah, we're making a little Atlanta run.
Can I guess? You're not going to tell me if I do?
I might show it with my face.
I won't guess. I'm watching the White Sox right now on opening day in Milwaukee. But do you know, I don't know how much attention you were paying last night. I don't know if you watched the Heat game or whatever. Do you know how to watch the Marlins games now?
There's like 6 different stations.
Okay, so you are aware and you'll be able to figure it out for your. Now, do you know how to listen to Marlins games this season?
No idea. Drive up close to the stadium.
And just listen to the sounds of the ballpark?
Yeah. Next up to bat. I have no idea.
You don't know what station they're on?
940?
Yeah, I knew he didn't know.
Crazy.
That's crazy, right? Yeah, we're the flagship station for the Miami Marlins. We announced it.
When? When did we announce
I
it?
love you. I just love you. I love you. It's so great.
We do.
Because I said to Jimmy and Solana, I go, he's signing on late today. I go, do you think he knows we made a huge announcement today with the Marlins? There was a lot of fanfare. We had a staff meeting today. I attended via Zoom. There was like a lot of stuff, and there had been a lot of scuttlebutt the last month or so. I didn't know if you were aware of any of it. I don't know if you were playing coy right now, but I said to Solana and Jimmy, I think he has no idea how to listen to a Marlins game this year, and I think I'll be surprising him when I tell him.
104.3, baby, FM. Let's get it.
AM tomorrow for opening night. AM
Okay.
560 tomorrow for opening night. But Saturday and Sunday, FM, baby.
I don't know if y'all understand my life. As soon as we got off the show yesterday, I went and got shiners. I took Chaz fishing. Then I went home and cooked some
I admire it.
steaks.
I do.
Yeah.
I admire it. I wish I could be as disconnected as you are. I'm addicted to news and information. You know, Rob Pizzola yesterday, just as an aside, he's not joining us today. I said he was in Little Italy. Solana, was this out of line? So he texted me this morning, hey, can't come on. I'm going to be in Little Italy watching a World Cup qualifier. And all I texted back to him, he's a proud Italian. All I texted back was the spaghetti emoji.
That's
Is that out of line
inappropriate.
or is that funny?
It's inappropriate. It's funny.
Inappropriate?
Inappropriate and funny.
Why?
It's
Why is that inappropriate?
I don't know.
You're Italian texting them spaghetti emojis.
Right, like it's really stereotypical.
Like,
You
Solana, send
mentioned
me-
Little Italy, and so I just send you spaghetti.
Solana, next time I say, hey, Solana, I'm logged in, send me a watermelon emoji.
Can I have permission to do that as well?
Like, come on, man. You got to understand it. Just talking about being disconnected. You know, we do the 3-man shows.
Yeah.
So I land. I think my flight was 6:30 this morning from Lauderdale to Atlanta. We land. We're right by the airport.
And Ryan and Freddie T, they know everything that's going on. They're pop culture oriented, they're news oriented or whatever. So you sit down for the 3-man show. I can guess what's happening. You have no idea what they're talking about.
They comment on everything. So we have like a show run. Like, they're very professional. They say the first line is sports Emmy snub. I said, who? They said, us, Channing, us. I said, who won? They were like, Pablo Torre. I was like,
Yeah. Well, nobody won. These are nominees.
yeah, the nomination. So we didn't make it, or, he's the favorite or whatever. Wemby's 3 reasons why he should be MVP. Didn't hear it. Stephen A. Smith Whitlock, general overview. What happened?
Get out of here. Stop it. You didn't watch the Stephen A. Smith? I mean, Ryan Clark lit up Cam Newton, too, for letting Jason Whitlock use his pod as a forum.
Huck, the only Instagram and Twitter things that I look at is things y'all send me on our thread. This one, I don't know what the hell they were talking about. Bachelorette domestic abuse.
Stop it.
Bachelorette
Don't know what's
abuse.
going on. What's her name? Frankie? Taylor Frankie?
Yeah, I have a lot of thoughts on that if anybody cares. I'm an avid Bachelor and Bachelorette fan. I don't miss a season, and I mean, these producers, somebody has to take the fall for that, man. Yeah, somebody's got to take the fall for it.
Yeah. No, we sit down and they have to give me a run of show, then give me an overview of every topic so that I have an opinion.
Man,
They were like,
I'm telling you, I
you
admire
didn't see the girl throwing chairs at the guys? Like, she was throwing chairs. What's going on here?
It is amazing how removed you are.
Man, get up in the morning, make Chad some pancakes. I do watch ESPN. I watch ESPN in the morning, but that's about it.
I love it. Man, I'm so jealous. Well, anyway, we're the flagship station for the Miami
excited.
Marlins. Yeah, very exciting. Starts tomorrow. All right, real quick look at the headlines here with Solana, brought to you by Durrell Kia, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit them at Durrell Kia or DurrellKia.com.
The Bachelorette and the Bachelor get paid to be the Bachelor or the Bachelorette. I didn't know that, and that really rubbed me the wrong way because I thought the show was about finding true love. So if you're
How
honored,
much do they get paid?
I don't know, but Taylor Frankie Paul, who is no longer the Bachelorette and just keeps getting accused, I want to make that clear, accused of domestic violence incidents.
There's video of it. I watched the chair throwing.
Yeah, well, there's been 3 over the past 2 weeks. She's still going to get paid by the show, even though they pulled the show.
They already she did her part. They didn't have to hire her.
Solana, you have to take time out of your day to do the Bachelorette. I was on a reality show. I'm not doing it for free. Arguing Miko Grimes for nothing.
You lost that argument, by the way. So you know.
Oh, I killed that argument, by the way.
He killed that argument. How much does the Bachelorette get paid? Between $100,000 and $250,000 for the season.
I got offered 6 figures to do another reality show.
Are you accepting?
No, this was a couple years ago.
Mm.
But it was like 3 weeks overseas, all kind of stuff. We were like, we have kids. We have jobs. What are y'all talking about?
I would have done it.
I'll tell them to call you.
The Heat did win yesterday. They will play tomorrow in Cleveland once again. Today's opening day across Major League Baseball. I know the Yankees won yesterday. The Yankees have the best record in the major leagues for a couple more hours.
Yeah.
I want to get your thoughts on that stuff later. Netflix, the score bug. A lot of people had some issues with it. The overall broadcast as well. But the Marlins tomorrow open up their season at Lone Depot Park.
I'm pretty
And-
sure, I think I said this yesterday, but I'm pretty sure that the Marlins are opening on Friday night because they told Major League Baseball like a Thursday afternoon. It's embarrassing for us. We're going to have, 12,000 people there. I read today it's a sellout tomorrow.
Oh,
So,
wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That'll be a 7:10 p.m. first pitch. They're going to host the Rockies for a 3-game set mañana. All right, guys, your weather in South Florida right now, it is partly cloudy. Tonight, the lows are going to be in the mid 70s or low 70s in parts of South Florida. That weather report is brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, helping homeowners stay safe this storm season. Visit tornadoroofing.com for a free roof and window estimate.
Shane Smith on the mound for the White Sox right now. Do you know Kristen Yelich is still on the Brewers?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Guy put together a pretty nice MLB career, huh?
Him, Machado, Ozuna. We had some dogs. We just get rid of all of them.
I don't think we had Machado.
Yeah, we didn't have Machado.
I saw him at the club.
But Hoch, when we traded Yelich, everybody knew he was a stud.
Yeah.
He got a sack after we traded him. Like everybody knew that he was a big stud.
Giancarlo Stanton or Michael Stanton. Do we not know he could hit the damn ball?
Oh,
That
for
we
sure.
knew.
Yeah, for sure.
That we knew. All right, Clay Ferrero is going to join us in the next segment. I mentioned tomorrow we're going to be at Gulfstream Park. Saturday at Gulfstream Park is the 75th running of the Florida Derby. Unforgettable day of world-class racing, elevated dining, and electric trackside energy. So we'll get you ready for it tomorrow, and then Saturday, the 75th running of the Florida Derby, the biggest race day of the year. There's a lot of ways to experience the Curlin Florida Derby on Saturday. General admission, walking ring tickets are still available, limited. I think seats and silks, there's still some limited seats available, and also limited for taste at the track. That may be sold out by now, actually. Reservations at 10 Palms are sold out, but there are ways to be there Saturday. You can get all the info online at gulfstreampark.com. We'll do our show there at 10 Palms tomorrow. Also on Saturday, starting at 6 p.m., Gulfstream Casino will be giving away a new Ford Maverick and a share of $20,000 in free play. Earn entries for the new Ford truck all March long. You have a few days, and then tell you what, hopefully you walk out of there with the winner in the Florida Derby and with that Ford Maverick. That would be a nice Saturday at Gulfstream Park. You can make it happen there. Get all the info, get your tickets, get everything you need at gulfstreampark.com.
You're listening to the Hoch, Crowder, and Solana Show. Baseball.
Glory days. Well, opening day action, even though opening night was last night and opening day is today, but the Marlins don't open till tomorrow. Clay Ferrero from Local 10 is on the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. We always enjoy talking with Clay. You can shop over 2,000 Toyotas on sale at one location, Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan, and at toyotaofhollywood.com. Did you hear our big announcement today, Clay?
No, what's that?
The new radio home for your Miami Marlins is WQAM.
Oh, congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank you. No, we didn't really have much to do with it. We were just
I was in the meetings.
innocent bystanders.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't really know like how to react to that. I mean, it's good for the station, absolutely, but like I know you didn't really do much, so.
No, I think you reacted appropriately. Hey, congratulations. like a half felt, hey, congratulations.
Like feigned appreciation. I don't know quite how else to put it.
I mean, listen, if you're looking to hear the Marlins opener tomorrow night, AM 560, the pregame starts at 5:30, and first pitch is 7:10. You probably knew that. You're a sportscaster.
Well, yeah, and so actually now I know that I'll be listening to 560 on my way back because we'll be live at the stadium ahead of the game and then driving back to the studio afterward.
Paul Skeens got pulled in the first today. Wow,
What?
he get rocked?
What a
Do
bum.
you think that's going to do something with the World Baseball Classic and guys not wanting to pitch in it?
Ooh, I don't know. Hadn't thought of that. Yeah, possible.
Hell, he
That's
had
possible.
a week.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of extra pitches, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me get to the Heat. That's enough.
I was going to say, good talk, guys. I know this is not what you wrote.
I
That's
don't
enough.
know. Hawk, I don't know. Clay seems to have some pretty good questions. Maybe he should interview us.
I'm down.
That's what happens
I feel
when
like I'm making
Gelb comes
small
on
talk and
Wednesdays.
it's like it's just not hitting. Yeah.
You had to be impressed with the Heat win last night, no?
Yeah. I liked what seemed to be an adjustment with how they were using Hero and Norman Powell, where the shot profile is just different and not quite as much overlap. I mean, how about Khalil Ware? I think that was the one thing that I really like to see. And look, guys, I love not just how Pelle Larson played, but I don't know if you saw his quote after the game about he doesn't really care about starting. He wants to be out there at the end and make an impact. And I just think, man, like there's something about him. And I feel like of all the picks the Heat have made, they really struck gold on that one.
And you brought up Ware, Clay. Like the sample size, we have enough now. Is it kind of just inconsistency? If he's on, he's on. If he's off, he's off. And you bench him. If he's on, he's hitting 5 for 5. You let him stay in the game. Is it matchups? What's going on? Some people say Spo hates him. I don't think Spo hates anybody. I just don't understand the inconsistency of his minutes.
Well, and it sounds like they had a meeting on Tuesday, and I don't know, maybe they hashed out some of that stuff. Whatever it is, I've always been on the side of you got to play him and let him play through this stuff. But Eric Spoelstra clearly does not think the way that I do, and that's fine. I think Hoch, you said this a few weeks ago when we were talking about this, that he had a couple of really, really nice games, and my take was, oh, that's why you should be playing all along, and yours was, well, maybe Spo was right that he just needed to, how he handled this unlocked that with Ware. My guess is there's probably a truth in the middle there. He's also still really young, so you expect a lot of that stuff to be part of the growing pain process. I still would rather see him play through a lot of this stuff. And if you have to yell at the guy in meetings or something like that to get him over whatever the mistakes are, I just err more on the side of getting the young guys reps.
Clay, yesterday was only the 7th game all season that everybody in that rotation that we expected outside of Terry Rozier, obviously, was available. They finally won the game, and everybody, you mentioned Pella, Khalil Ware, but 8 guys in double figures. The only one that played that wasn't was Kaz. How great was that specifically, that you finally got the balance from your entire rotation with everybody healthy, which I think was the idea coming into the season?
Yeah, it's great to see. I mean, that's obviously the vision. And yet I need to see it again, and I need to see it again, and I need to see it again. And we're so late in the season that you're almost at the point where you need to see it over and over again without any lull, because there are so few games left, and every game is so meaningful. And if you're trying to play out of that play-in spot. And the other problem is, you look at some of the other teams. This is not the typical play-in group of teams. I mean, you got a Charlotte team that's playing out of its mind right now. I mean, Atlanta, like the way they look, who knows what's going to happen with Orlando, who's obviously been a thorn in the Heat side. Like, there are teams that the Heat are in jeopardy of playing if they end up in the play-in, that, they're not going to be favored unless they go on a real hot streak and they prove that they are the team that they showed last night consistently. So, yeah, it's great to see, and yet it's also happening very, very late. You can make the case that maybe you're peaking at the right time if you keep doing this, but your margin for error is still so thin that it's almost like you have to do this, and this has to be the standard going forward. It can't just be a one-night thing.
Play the East, though. Everybody, even the play-in teams you're talking about, the Charlottes and people playing well, Atlanta winning all them in a row. But even up to the Knicks and those top teams, is the East strong? Is there any team that you're terrified to play if we do make it to the play and get through it and get to play them?
No, and I think that's the thing is I don't see a whole lot of a talent gap between the teams that are almost locks to make the playoffs, and then these teams that are fighting for the play-in. It's a different year in the East. Now, I still think that, when you look out west, I think there's a pretty significant gap, even with as well as the Lakers have been playing lately. I still think there's a pretty significant gap between Oklahoma City and San Antonio and the rest of these teams. Like seeing the Spurs the other night and they just got this way of putting their foot on your throat and it's over early. There's just something, they're methodical, they're mean, they're also out there having fun. Like, I just think there's such a big gap there to where your question in the East, I almost feel like beyond San Antonio and Oklahoma City, I think the East and the West is a lot more similar than it has been with the depth and stuff like that. And I just think that those play-in teams, man, whoever comes out of the play-in in the East is going to be really tough to handle for those teams towards the top. With Boston trying to navigate Tatum coming back, obviously it's a great problem to have, but I just think that it's going to be interesting to see how all of this plays out. And I just think that there's a youthful energy with some of these teams that are going to be fighting for the play-in.
Crowder and I were talking after that San Antonio game about just how good they look and how impressive Victor Wembanyama is. And then Coach Larinaga was on with us yesterday, and I don't want to say that he threw cold water on it, but he's like, oh, my God, the way you guys were talking yesterday. He was listening the day before. He's like, the way you guys were talking yesterday, you were ready to anoint him the greatest basketball player who's ever played. He's like, how about they win a playoff series before you start talking that way? But, man, I just don't feel that way. I couldn't – I said to Solana after that game – when was the San Antonio game? Was that Tuesday, Monday?
Monday night.
I said – I don't know if it's because the Heat looked bad, but Victor Wembanyama, I just couldn't find a flaw in his game.
Well, and I think heading into that game, I want to say they had won 10 of their previous 11, and the only game they lost was like a 3-point loss to Denver with Wembanyama out. So I think it's, to me, yeah, I mean, I've said this, that I've got MJ in a class of his own, but if Wembanyama, and there's a big if because he's so tall and lanky, if Wembanyama stays healthy, he's got the combination of size, athleticism, and just that killer instinct, that killer mentality that he could actually challenge MJ long term. I feel that strongly about how good he is. Now, what I think separates him right now from other younger players is that killer instinct, but also he does it so many different ways. He does it defensively. He does it with his knowledge of the game, how he reads it. He can do it scoring. He can do it shooting threes. He can do it dunking flat-footed. Like there's so many ways that he does it. And the fact that there is so much talent around him on that team, like my goodness, we were at the shoot around the other day and you look, oh, there's Castle, there's Dylan Harper, there's De'Aaron Fox, there's Harrison Barnes. And I'm sure I'm missing a couple of guys, but there's just so much talent top to bottom there that Wembanyama can read the game and just, oh, I'm needed to do this day. Okay, I can do that, and I can do it better than anybody else in the NBA. And I just think there's something different. Now, I get Coach L's point. I think the thing that really stands up to me is, what are they, 3-0 against Oklahoma City this year? It was something, I can't remember exactly what it is, but they have played extremely well also against the really good teams. And to me, that's a real measure of what a team is going to be like come playoff time. And, he's right. You got to see him do it. I just feel pretty confident that they are going to do it.
But an individual award is the MVP, Clay. And Wembanyama came out, and I think we all love it on this show that he was kind of saying, I'm that dude, and gave you 3 bullet points why he is that dude. You talk about SGA. You talk about Anthony Edwards. You talk about Jokic. You talk about Cade Cunningham, a young star. He's better than all 4 of those guys.
That's where I'm at. Yeah. And it may also be because I've been brainwashed listening to Eric Spoelstra for years talk about impacting the game in a variety of ways. But I think when you talk about valuable and that word, I think, Jokic brings so much to the table offensively, and it's not that he's bad defensively, but he's not Wembanyama. And obviously his offensive game is ahead of where Wembanyama's is right now. But I don't know if it's going to be that way for a long time. And, I just feel like he offers something that if you look at the rest of those, nobody else on that list is 7'4" or 7'5" or whatever. I just think he offers so much that if you're telling me right now, and I'm not even talking about for, the next 5 years, I'm talking about right now for the rest of this season, you want to separate the league and do a redraft and who does everybody want for the rest of this season as the number 1 pick? It's Victor Wembanyama. And to me, that's the definition of valuable.
I love how you say you're programmed to just know Spoisms, and anytime the Heat lose a game, I know I'm going to hear collective will, competitive grit in the post-game presser. Clay, regarding the Heat, by the way, if they get into the playoffs via the play-in, would you still consider that a failure, considering the amount of importance they placed as a unit on not being a play-in team?
Can I say, I'm going to say no, and my answer is kind of fluid on that, but I'm going to say no because of what I just said a couple minutes ago. I just happen to think that the rest of the teams vying for the play-in are much, much better than what we've seen in the past. Like, I mean, you'd see him play the Bulls, and it was a Bulls team that was like half tanking, but they're there, but they're not. And they, and Max Strus had to go crazy in the fourth quarter just to keep their season alive. And, I think you're playing a different caliber of team in the play-in right now to where, let's say you finish as a 9 or a 10, you got to win a couple of games against those teams. And I think that's doing something. You're talking about if you make the playoffs, you have to win 4 games to win a series. Well, if you finish 9th or 10th, you got to win a couple against some very good teams, some teams that I think are not very good, very talented and very dangerous. And I think that the Heat would be doing something. So if you'd asked me that a few weeks ago, maybe my answer would be different, but I would say no. I would say it would not be a failure. And, let's see how they do in that playoff series if they end up getting there.
Did you watch Tua Tagovailoa's press availability yesterday or the day before in Atlanta?
I did not. It was
interesting. Was it? Do we have that sound, Jimmy, still? I don't know if we still have it in the computer, but this is like his cutesy little answer to... First of all, the presser was odd because he was like at his house, like sitting on his front stoop. On Zoom, yeah. And it was very casual. But he was asked, I think you hear the question in here, but he was asked about, last season in Miami and whatever. But listen to this cutesy answer.
Can you just give us some insight into, what it was like last season in Miami and how that might have shaped the season that you had?
Yeah. I don't want to get too much in depth with things that were going on, more so in terms of players to coaches than it was players to players. But it was unique in a sense. It was unique.
Unique in what way?
In a lot of ways.
We'll go to Terrence Moore.
He does this weird little laugh at the end. and like Crowder was saying yesterday, like, why put out the breadcrumbs that, hey, it was unique. I'm not talking about players to players. I'm talking about players to coaches. And I read something on social media last night that there was a lot of, I guess, animosity between Darrell Bevell and Mike McDaniel, that might be where a lot of this stems from, because wasn't Bevell Tua's quarterback coach?
That sounds right, but why would it be? Wouldn't that be coaches to like? What's the whole players to coaches?
Well,
thing?
he said it's not really players to coaches; it's more coaches to coaches, and it was unique. I don't know. It was just like we're just kind of saying this, like dude, just like everyone knows how to give that answer. I don't know. It was an off season for me and for the team. Wish I could have delivered a playoff win to Miami. I was unable to do so, but I'm so excited to be in Atlanta. Like, why does he do that?
The breadcrumbs, Clay. Like, why does he say, I just should have played better? We didn't have the year we won. Like, why is he trying to be clever, or is he? I said it yesterday. It seems like he's more aloof and doesn't understand what his words are going to mean.
Yeah, no, I think and I also think that's kind of been a consistent issue when you go back to the last couple of years when he became a bit more outspoken. Was some of the things he would say, you're like, and it's funny because we talk on both sides of our mouths, right? Because we're like, why don't athletes just say something instead of speaking in cliches? But then when they say something, you're like, well, you shouldn't have said that. But I think there were a lot of times, if you think back, where it was like, man, he shouldn't have said that. Like talking about players being late for meetings, and which, by the way, is funny to me when he's like, it's not about players to players. Well, you came out and said players were late for meetings. So what was that then? Because that's players to players. It's actually players to media about players. But I would say this. I think at the very least, it shows that there was clearly some dysfunction. I think we all kind of knew that. I don't think that's anything new. But for it to also come from Tua, I think it just adds one more reason why there just had to be an organizational reset. It felt like everything had to go this way. And I'll be honest, I love everything the Dolphins have done so far since John Eric Sullivan's taken over. And like I've not been Mr. Everything the Dolphins are doing is great. Everything I've seen them do to this point, from taking on all the dead money this year so that they could really reset next year, while also going young, giving Willis a chance, accumulating draft. I love everything that they're doing, and I feel like the further we can get away from whatever was going on last year, the better.
And when you say, though, I just want to clarify, when you say I'm thrilled with everything that Sully and Hafley have done, you're not expecting anything next season.
No. Quite the opposite. It's, man, this is so far gone. This is so far away from, don't look at the record, the record wasn't great, but it's so far away from being where we need to be. Let's start building the foundation block by block and understand that this year the wins and losses really do not matter. I mean, look, I felt like at the end of Brian Flores' first year, man, even though all the stuff that came out later was like maybe the organization didn't really want it this way, but it felt like they were building something. Finishing 5-4 down the stretch, whatever it was, after starting so poorly. I would love to see a season like that. I would love to see a season where you struggle early. It doesn't look good because of the talent gap, but man, you feel like you're building something towards the end.
Clay Ferrero, you'll be able to watch him from Lone Depot Park tomorrow night on Local 10 as the Marlins open their season. And then where can you listen to the games on the radio, Clay?
560 WQAM on your drive home.
Well, just tomorrow, though. Like a lot of times you'll be able to hear it on 104.3 FM.
104.3 FM. Not the Joe. Whatever. I don't know.
Not the Joe. That should actually be the name of the station. Not the Joe. That would be great. We should have went from 560 the Joe to 560 not the Joe. That would acknowledging a failed attempt at a radio station name. We're no longer 560 the Joe. We are 560 the not the Joe. That would have been great. All right, we'll see you, Clay.
Man. All right, fellas, take care.
There you go. Clay Ferrero. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more Hochman, Crowder, and Solana.
You're listening to the Hoch, Crowder, and Solana Show.
There's no crying in baseball.
We back at it with the steady Hotman, Crowder, and Solana. 305, cafecito time, dame una colada. Got some interviews next. Always got dope guests. Get the cesspool live, dropping comments and likes. We about to get right. Talking sports, my G. Listen to Odyssey and 104.3. Live and back on GeorgiaMusic.com. Hitting it at the park like a Matt Mervis bomb off power. Get ready for the 3 o'clock hour. Get ready for the 3 o'clock hour. Get ready for the 3 o'clock hour. Get ready for that 3 o'clock.
Yeah, that Georgie lyric hit him out the park like a Matt Mervis bomb. I mean, opening day just doesn't feel the same with no Matt Mervis on the squad. I'm actually watching the Cubs Nationals right now. Did he make the Nationals roster? Anybody know?
I don't know, man. You're the lone member of the Mervis militia.
Yeah. Okay.
Checking now.
All right, you check. Does it feel, Crowder, like opening day when Matt Mervis isn't on a MLB roster?
Just like normal.
Huh. I don't have that same feeling.
I don't know why. He's usually not on the opening day roster.
What are you talking about? He was an all-star. He was trajectory all-star for the Marlins based off.
You threw in trajectory? Is that the word you threw in?
Remember, Cunha did a story on him for CBS 4. We had him on. I mean, the guy was looking like he was an all-star.
And then the entire league told him he's not good enough.
No, I believe we were tracking the numbers after we had him on, and then Cunha brought him on. After that entire situation, he went like 1 of 78 in his next 78 at bats.
Wasn't good.
Plate.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
I'm no manager, but I'm not putting him on the plate.
Looks like he did not make the team.
He did not make the Nationals roster, so
yeah,
do you know where he's playing?
I have no clue.
Let's find out where he's playing. I'm watching Cubs and Nationals right now. Nationals are winning 1-0. Probably be winning 3-0 if Mervis was on the squad, but it's a decision that they're going to have to live with.
Man, I wish you loved me as much as you do Buzelis and Mervis.
Today is officially opening day. So your local coverage for the Marlins this season, if you've got DirecTV like I do, it's channel 655. What do you have, Crowder? Uverse still?
AT&T. Is that Uverse, the bundle?
Yeah.
Bundle.
Uverse is channel 1718.
That sounds right.
Yeah, 1718.
Yeah, man, that's high definition.
And Jimmy, you and Solana, you both have YouTube TV?
Yes.
Did they announce anything with YouTube TV?
Not yet.
I have not seen a single thing about YouTube TV.
Oh, good job by you guys.
He did not make the team. He got reassigned to the minor league camp. Actually,
Yeah, we established that like 30 seconds ago, and then I asked you where he went.
Okay.
You don't remember telling me he didn't make the team?
Oh, yeah, he will start the season in Rochester.
All right, there you go.
Oh,
yeah, you had the answer. You just forgot where you were in
No,
the
I
script.
didn't see it on here yet.
Rochester Red Wings?
If that's the name of them,
That's my squad.
That's the team name.
That's my squad. Aunt Mary has season tickets to the Rochester Red Wings. Hawk, we can
You're
literally
back?
We're 4 rows behind the dugout. Every
You're
time I go
back
up to Rochester,
for the Mervis militia?
I mean, if we've got a little tie-in to Rochester, you know I'm down for anything that has to do with Rocktown, baby. Sign me up.
Rocktown. Cubs just tied it 1-1, by the way. Nationals and Cubs. 1-1.
Oh, thanks for that update.
Xfinity has, I'm stealing his headlines. He's jealous. He was going to give you the MLB scoreboard.
Yeah.
Xfinity has the Marlins. Charter Spectrum does. Cox does. Fubo TV does. Just about everyone. Except maybe YouTube TV.
Yeah. Too much.
It's too confusing.
I went on Apple Plus yesterday and watched a movie about Godzilla and King Kong. It was pretty good.
Barry Jackson writes on Twitter, among Comcast Xfinity subscribers, a few people have told him that they don't get channel 1261 yet. Comcast corporate media relations person reiterates to me that the channel is live, nobody should be having problems, but that you won't see programming on 1261 until just before Marlins Rockies starts on Friday evening.
I have 1,000 NBA TVs on AT&T, and it's like that. It doesn't start until tip off.
Yeah, I mean, that's League Pass.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't get into the semantics. I just know I have to put it on right at tip off.
I love League Pass because you don't have to watch the commercials and you just get to watch the in-arena video.
Yep.
And it's great because you get to, like, if I'm watching the Bulls games, like, I get to see the Portillo's contest where everyone's trying to win a Portillo's hot dog. You get all, like, the local, all the hoo-ha from whatever the local stadium is. I get such a kick out of that.
Some of your takes are contradictory because you enjoy watching The Office with commercials from 15 years ago, but you want to watch a basketball game with chases of Portillo subs.
It's not the commercials I like. I like the break. I need a break from whatever I'm watching. So I'm watching The Office. These people, they watch it with streaming and no commercials, and it's episode after episode after episode. You know, and it's like, because I'm watching DTF St. Louis. Well, there's no commercials in that. It's on HBO. I'd prefer a couple of breaks. I'm with the World Cup and the water breaks, the hydration breaks. I need that. I need that.
Okay.
I voted for that.
Hey, I'm halfway through season 2 of Paradise. You need to check it out.
Commercials?
No commercials.
Not interested.
I don't even know what it's on. Hulu, Tupu, Fobu, whatever it is. But yeah, they don't have commercials.
Anyway,
it's on Hulu.
If you're looking for where to find Marlins games on television, you can go to marlins.com/watch. Marlins.com/watch. You can also order marlins.tv, which is their own in-house app. But as we announced today, you can listen to all Miami Marlins games this season right here on WQAM. So tomorrow night, the opener, because the Heat are playing, you'll hear the opener tomorrow night on AM 560. Pregame will start at 5:30. And then Saturday and Sunday, you'll get Marlins Rockies right here on 104.3 FM WQAM. And you got Marlins baseball all summer long here on WQAM. All right, let's get headlines for the 3 o'clock hour, brought to you by Doral Kia, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit them at Doral Kia or DoralKia.com.
Instead of reading the MLB scoreboard, I have a couple baseball notes that I think are more important.
All right.
First of all, the Red Sox will be serving lobster poutine. Lobster. How do they say it? How do they say it in Boston?
Lobster, but you gave a weird affect to poutine.
Poutine. At Fenway Park this year.
I hate to ruin your scoreboard, but the Cubs just scored again. 2-1 over the Nationals.
Lobster poutine, gravy, cheese, and lobster meat?
I guess so.
That sounds nasty.
Crispy fries, lobster meat, clam chowder, and crispy bacon, all served in a custom lobster boat.
I'm in.
Bacon. Bacon swings anything.
Leroy Horde says, you're an idiot if you take a break after the episode. I like to take a break during an episode.
What do you do during your break? Grab
on
some
Twitter
water?
and Instagram.
You want to play on your phone.
I do. It's exactly why I need the commercial breaks. I look forward to the commercial breaks in the office because then I get to check Twitter. Not that I'm not on Twitter the entire time anyway.
Ridiculous.
And here's what I don't understand about that logic. If you, let's say, want to watch 3 episodes, you could watch 3 episodes back to back to back with no commercials and then just take one long break after and have more time to scroll Twitter and Instagram and TikTok and OnlyFans. Why do you insist on doing it in between the shows? Because then you have less time after the shows to keep doing it.
Why do you insist on being argumentative?
Listen, man, you do whatever you want to do.
Well, no, it doesn't sound like it. You just said that I shouldn't do what I want to do. You were arguing with it.
I am, because I think I found a better way for you to experience life, and you refuse to go about it that way.
But I'm very happy when there's commercials. Why do you want to take away my happiness?
It's funny. Dude made me upset this morning about 7 a.m. on the plane. Young kid. I don't know what he
TSA?
did. TSA wasn't. I got there at 5 a.m.
Where'd you fly out of?
Lauderdale.
Hmm.
So I got there at 5 a.m. I went through no problem. But there was a young kid next to me. His dad probably paid for his first class ticket or whatever. He had his headphones in. A movie playing on the back of the headrest. His computer open and playing on his phone, scrolling TikTok.
Yeah.
How you're not paying attention to anything at that point.
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah. What do you mean?
That's ridiculous.
What do you mean he's not paying attention to anything?
He's listening to the movie, looking at the computer and scrolling TikTok. You can't. It's too much. Mind overload. I lock into the movie. I won't even order a drink if the movie's on. I push pause.
You know what Lori does? She watches all these videos on like TikTok and YouTube and whatever at 1.5 times speed. That drives me bananas. Her screen light is as low as it goes, which was like, it was 10 years ago. You needed to conserve battery by keeping your screen light as low as it goes. She can't see anything. I don't know how she's taking in anything she's listening to.
You're trying to get through information. Y'all want
I
to watch 3
know.
screens?
Just be more picky and choosy with your information. Don't try to get through that much.
Another MLB story that is really, really bothering me. I mean,
You want me to give out the
genuinely.
scoreboard?
Hawk, nobody cares about the Cubs score right now.
What? I'm talking about the MLB scoreboard. It's opening day.
Yeah, when a game goes final, I'll let everybody know what the final score is.
Mets leading the Pirates 6-4, bottom of the 5th. Brewers leading the White Sox 4-1, top of the 3rd. Cubs leading the Nationals 2-1, top of the 4th. And you've got the Twins and Orioles just getting underway.
Thank you.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome. I mean, it's a sports station. We're the flagship station for the Miami Marlins. I think a MLB scoreboard might be appropriate. Listen, Solana's got other ideas. That's fine.
Opening day is tomorrow in my world. Marlins open tomorrow. Sandy's on the bump tomorrow for the 6th consecutive opening day. MLB opening day is Friday, 7:10 p.m. Marlins Rockies. In my world, at least.
Nationals have runners on the corners right now. That's 1st and 3rd.
What time do the Rangers and Phillies play?
Paul Skeens got pulled in the 1st inning today.
Bum.
That's crazy.
Rangers and Phillies tonight, 4:15.
I'll be locked in.
Why is that?
Oh, that's Ron Washington's former ball club.
Gotcha.
The San Francisco Giants jumped on this 9 beer, 9 dogs, 9 innings challenge. But here's the issue. They're charging you $55. The hot dogs are just like the other hot dogs. They're tiny little wieners. And they give you 1 beer to split into 9 mini cups.
Stop
1
it.
beer.
One
Tall boy. 1. So you're getting 1 beer, 9 hot dogs, but it's really like 4.5 hot dogs for $55, and they're trying to advertise it as the 9 beer, 9 dog, 9 innings challenge. And I got to be honest with you, fellas. We're disgracing America's pastime here. Are we not? What happened to the country I love? If I'm advertising 9 beers, 9 glizzies, 9 innings, then I expect to get 9 beers, 9 glizzies, 9 innings. And I'm not getting it. And it's ridiculous at this point.
So a shot of beer and a Vienna sausage.
And they're charging you $55 under the guise of it being the 9 beer, 9 wiener, 9 innings.
But you get like a nice carrying case, don't you?
You do, yeah. It's a phenomenal carrying case. I'd probably do it.
That makes no sense because the beer is going to be lukewarm by the 6th inning, the hot dog's going to be cold.
But you don't have to wait all 9 innings. Like you could just sit down and eat it.
But not for $55. Eating Vienna sausage for $55?
But that's my whole point, Hawk. They just gave me like a delightful little snack for $55 under the guise of it being a challenge. Either commit to the challenge or don't. This just doesn't have to be your thing. You know what I mean? Like now all these ballparks are doing it. It doesn't have to be your thing. It's okay. Don't do the 9 beer, 9 hot dog, 9 inning challenge if you're going to give me 1 beer and 4 Vienna sausages.
You know what? You should have one of those car wash stamps where they stamp it out where you can go back and get it.
Right. Oh, you've had 3 dogs so far. Here's your 4th.
Yes.
Nationals tied it, by the way. It's 2-2 at Wrigley.
Your Sweet 16 games tonight. Texas and Purdue. That'll be at 7:10 p.m. That game is going to be on CBS. Are we doing all heavy favorite parlay tonight, Crowder, for Sweet 16 games?
We got some heavy parlays. I haven't looked.
All right. I don't know.
I can't gamble in Atlanta on the Hard Rock Bet app.
Oh, sucker. Nebraska plays Iowa at 7:30.
I travel. Why am I a sucker?
Sucker. That's on TBS. Arizona and Arkansas, the 1-seed Arizona, 9:45 on CBS. And Illinois and Houston. I'm a huge Houston fan the rest of the way. That'll be on TBS.
Orlando's hosting Sacramento tonight. You want to guess the line? NBA.
Atlanta, 8.5.
Atlanta's not playing. Orlando's hosting Sacramento.
I mean,
Orlando. So already, you can't cash that ticket.
Orlando, 7.5.
Solana?
Magic minus 17.
15.5.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense to me, honestly. I mean, Sacramento Kings are trash. Could use a Kings little upset, though, if you're the Miami Heat. You're trying to stay ahead of the Orlando Magic. Could use a big Kings
don't
win.
Don't give us
tonight.
Orlando. Play in, playoffs, wherever. I don't want to see Orlando again this season.
I'd rather see Orlando than see Atlanta or Charlotte right now. Like, those teams are balling, bro.
But we cannot beat Plancho Blanfero.
Can't beat him.
The Heat, they did beat the Cavs. They'll play the Cleveland Cavaliers again mañana.
I almost live bet the Cavs in the third quarter when the Heat were up double digits. And then I would have been feeling really good. And then I still can't believe what I watched last night. I cannot believe.
Even if you would have bet when the Heat were up 20, the Cavs to cover whatever, like 10.5, you still lose that bet because the Heat end up blowing them out in the fourth quarter.
It was crazy. Could not believe. I thought that was one of the signature wins this season. I really did. Because it felt like everything was coming off the tracks.
All right, guys.
Jimmy, somebody wants to know if that's a Publix t-shirt.
It is not. It is a Luigi t-shirt.
Ah.
Like the video game?
Plumber?
Yes, the plumber. The video game plumber.
Is it?
The brother of the star.
Because most people would get the Mario shirt. He went for the Luigi.
I have plenty of Mario shirts, so I just got myself a Luigi t-shirt.
Huh. Where'd you get that? At the new Universal Park?
Yes, I did.
Oh.
You have
Nationals up 4-2 now, Solana.
How many Mario shirts does he have, Solana?
When you say you have plenty of Mario shirts, like
I have, I have a few.
One?
Yeah, 1 or 2.
Or 3, not 4, not 5. Not
No.
An odd thing to have.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever been uttered in the history of mankind. Yeah, I have plenty of Mario t-shirts.
Check out my Mario shirt collection.
What? Walked into the Mario Brothers store. He's like, I have a lot of Mario shirts. Yeah, where's the Luigi section?
That's exactly my train process.
You're killing it, Jimbo.
I got a whole bunch of Frogger. I got a whole bunch of Frogger t-shirts, so I decided to buy some shirts with just the logs on it. A great joke for anyone my age.
I got it.
Best supporting actor is
The log.
Wow, we got bases slammed right now with the Mets.
Oh, nobody
Bottom
cares
of the
about that.
fifth.
They did screw up the national anthem at the Mets game.
Today?
Yeah.
Wow.
How do you screw up the national anthem?
You get the words wrong.
Oh.
You forget what verse you're on, and it was one of the actors from Hamilton, and he screwed it up.
The original cast?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's one of the actors from Hamilton. It wasn't Lin-Manuel Miranda. You know anybody else in that cast?
Yeah, David Diggs. I mean, I know pretty much the entire cast. I don't understand. I don't understand how you have the story, but you don't have the story. Like that really upsets me. Either have the story or don't have the story.
I just told you. The guy from the cast of Hamilton messed up the national anthem at the Mets game today.
Solana, if you can name the entire cast of Hamilton, don't make fun of the Luigi shirt.
Why?
Amen.
I know one guy, but besides Lin-Manuel Miranda. But you got to give me multiple choice. I'll know it when I hear it.
Leslie Odom Jr.
Yes. That's
You
it.
know David Diggs. David Diggs is he played Lafayette and Thomas Jefferson. He's the one that's saying "Puppy for Hanukkah."
Right. I was going to say, I know him because we play his song for Hanukkah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leslie Odom Jr. also one of our boys, tribesman.
I thought he was black.
He is.
He's Jewish?
Yeah.
Huh.
Uh-oh.
All right.
I'm not gonna throw away my shot.
And Crowder, who's sneaking away, interviewed Anthony Ramos on his show.
Yeah, no chance he knew his name at the beginning, middle, or end of the segment.
I can't believe he walked away. That's crazy.
Where did he go?
I don't know. Somebody probably knocked on his hotel room. He's got to get out of there. All right. Your weather in South Florida right now, it is 82 degrees. Tonight, the lows are going to drop into the mid to upper 60s, maybe the low 70s. Your weather report is brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, helping keep your home and family safe when the storms roll in. Visit tornadoroofing.com for your free roof and window estimate. Crowder, you interviewed an original member of the cast of Hamilton.
Who's that? Hamilton?
That's right,
No.
Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton.
Kenyon Martin. Who was in Hamilton?
You interviewed him on the Pivot.
Say his name. I've done 400 episodes.
Anthony Ramos, the only member of Hamilton that you interviewed.
Oh, the little Hispanic man.
Yeah, the little Hispanic man.
5'2" Nationals, by the way. Lee Sterling is going to join us in the next segment. He's got a couple winners for the Sweet 16, maybe a little UFC pick as well for Saturday. Low testosterone, that's a real issue for many men. It can lead to poor sleep and low energy, brain fog, reduced sex drive, makes it difficult to stay in shape. Everybody knows healthy body plays a major role in overall health and well-being. That's where Atlantic Men's Clinic comes in. I go there for a testosterone shot once a week. I've been doing it over a year. I love the difference that I feel. Wish that I had started doing this years earlier. And I'm talking to you if you're feeling sluggish. You just don't feel like you used to feel. You're getting older. You want to feel like you did in your 20s, 30s, even 40s. You're not there anymore. I highly recommend Atlantic Men's Clinic. In addition to just testosterone, Atlantic Men's Clinic can help men lose weight, support metabolism, improve gains in the gym, and more with 4 targeted body composition plans featuring GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1, PDA, and more. So you got the low T treatments combined with the body composition programs. Most men notice real improvements. And I'm talking more energy, better focus, improved sleep, stronger workouts, even a renewed sex drive. So call Atlantic Men's Clinic, get some info, make a consultation. They have 7 locations in South Florida. Phone number is 877-455-7300, 877-455-7300, where you can visit AtlanticMen'sClinic.com. Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
This is Hoch, Crowder, and Solana.
I'm going to flip your chair over if I wasn't in this wheelchair.
The Heat
the sounds of Rhinestone Cowboy combined with the sights of opening day and the notion of a little Sweet 16 action tonight. I mean, what more could you ask for?
We owe Lee a little money.
Lee's been hot, man. We do owe him some money. Lee has been hot. Lee Sterling went 3-0 on this show last week. Normally we have him on Fridays, but we're out at Gulfstream Park tomorrow, and it's Marlins opening day, and we'll have a Pell at Lone Depot Park all day tomorrow, and Sweet 16 starting tonight. So we figured we'd bring on Lee Sterling a day early. You can check out his website, ParamountSports.com. You can follow him on Twitter at Paramount Sports. He was 3-0, and then the following day, because he had you had two winners, I think, in the tournament, and then one of them was Utah State, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He won a unanimous decision.
And that, right, Crowder was all over that. And then so Sunday morning, when the Canes were playing Purdue, I texted him, and I said, hey, any chance that UM? And he's like, I see maybe a double-digit loss here. And so I bet the Canes minus the 7.5, and then I bet him a second time minus 9.5. Just bought it up because he had said like 15. So I won that twice. Could have lost both those bets on a final 3 because the Canes had possession, and it was a meaningless possession. I almost lost both those bets, but cashed them both. So Lee Sterling has been hot. The website is ParamountSports.com. I was talking to you earlier today, though. You had said you had a thought on the Jalen Waddle trade from the Dolphins. What was that? Because we didn't have you. Yeah. We didn't talk about that because we were rushed for time last week.
So, if I was the Dolphins and if I was another NFL team, and I'm trading from now until the draft or during draft day, I would try to not get draft choices for this coming year. I would trade for the following year. So my opinion is this draft class might be the worst draft class in the last 25, 30 years. Now I'm rooting for the Canes. Obviously these, the guys like Bain to get drafted high, but I don't know if any of the top 10 guys would go in the top 10 of the draft next year. I think next year's draft is going to be the best draft class of the century. That good. Wow. Listen to some of these players who will be eligible next year and will come out. I'm almost sure. Jeremiah Smith will go 1, no doubt. Or Arch Manning. You've got other quarterbacks like Trinidad Chambliss and Sam Levitt, if he stays healthy. 2 edge rushers who are going to be all pros for 8-10 years. And Dylan Stewart, South Carolina, and Texas's Colin Simmons. And 2 wide receivers everyone's forgot about, Ryan Williams from Alabama and Cam Coleman, who were vastly superior to anyone who's in the draft this year. So what's interesting is the 2 Super Bowl winners the last 2 years, I think, have the most draft picks for next year, and that's Seattle and Philadelphia. And the only team that has 2 draft picks, number 1 picks for next year so far, the New York Jets. They might have figured it out.
Interesting. Would you think about moving Devon Achane if it brought you a haul of picks?
There's some good running backs next year too. If you could get a 1 this year and a 1 next year, I would do it. I'm telling you, next year's class is going to be off the charts. So if there's that much of a difference in a draft class, like I said, there's a couple teams like Philadelphia, Seattle, and maybe the Jets that might have figured that out.
Sweet 16 tonight, Lee. We got opening day going on, but you got Sweet 16 tonight. What do you got? Anything good?
I got Iowa to lose bad. Now, here's why. I can't say I was upset that they lost. Not a Gator fan, but I thought the Gator team was playing extremely well over the last 2 months. What they pulled off is almost monumental. But teams that come off a double-digit upset in the round of 32, 0-6. 0-6 straight up in the Sweet 16. People think of Iowa as this 3-point shooting team, but Nebraska might be even better. They're top 20. They average over 10.2 3-pointers a game. I think they have the better defense, more balance and less Bennett Sturts gets red hot and scores 22 plus points. I think Nebraska money line minus 125 is the play tonight.
All right. What else we got?
Arkansas, like the Arkansas Razorbacks. And here's why. John Calipari, 59-23 lifetime as an underdog, 8-1 as an underdog in March Madness. So I think Arizona's really good, but just certain coaches, it's like Nick Saban in certain situations. John Calipari gets his players up and they play at a high level when they're an underdog. So I like Arkansas on the line, just popped up, moved up to 8.5 points on the Hard Rock
8.5
app.
on the Hard Rock app right now. All right. What about UFC Saturday night?
Okay, UFC Seattle. So you got to know the venue. And here's a fight I love. Michael Maverick Chiesa. And you're like, oh, I know that name as a fighter, but he's also, for the last 2-3 years, he's been a commentator, sometimes ringside, sometimes, between fights, and they love him. So he's 38 years old, not a banger, but doesn't lose to many good fighters and never gets knocked out. 13-7 in the UFC. But they're feeding him fights here because this is going to be his retirement fight, retiring after this fight. The last 3 guys he fought Tony Ferguson. Tony Ferguson is a corpse, 0-8, his last 8 fights. Max, he calls himself Pain Griffin. Max No Pain Griffin anymore. He's 40. He looks 60. Court McGee has lost 3 of 4 and 7 of 10. So he's fighting Nico Price. And you're like, oh, Nico Price can bang a little, but Chiesa doesn't get knocked out. Nico Price is 36. He fought 50 days ago and got knocked out in the first round by a tomato can. And he took that fight on 2 to 3 days notice. He's taking this fight on a 1-week notice. Usually a fighter that gets knocked out, they have to make them wait a minimum of 4 or 5 months before they fight again, especially the way he got knocked out. Nico Price has 7 kids. He's looking to feed his family. He's looking to collect a paycheck here. Michael Maverick Chiesa, he's like a 600-700 favorite. By submission, he's a submission expert here. Chiesa, by submission, minus 120 to 125. I think he gets it done here on the main card.
A reminder, Lee Sterling went 3-0 on this show last week. The website is ParamountSports.com. He likes Nebraska tonight, laying the points or money line. He likes Arkansas getting the points. And he likes Michael Maverick Chiesa by submission on Saturday night.
Yep. I'll see you guys out at Gulfstream tomorrow. Come.
Oh, cool. Yeah, we're going to be out at Gulfstream. You're going to come out?
I'm going to come out. Not as good in the horses as I am in sports.
Yeah, bring us some winners, will you?
I'll try. I might need some help. You have a horse expert out there?
My wife.
Got a couple. Yeah, Asia.
Okay.
Asia is totally into handicapping the horses all of a sudden. Yeah, do you read the racing form, Lee? I do. You don't just pick a name, you'll actually try to handicap it?
No, I don't pick just a color. I do I know how to read it real well, but horses is tough because the takeout is like 22 to 28%, depending on, the type of wager that you play. So whereas football, you just have to hit 52.38% to make money. Horse racing, you got to hit like 68, 70% to make money, usually.
Oh,
no,
I just lost. I think I lost 4,700 last time we shot.
Yeah, we're running a deficit.
Oof. I bet like $10, $20, $30 a race. I'm there to have fun, have lunch, enjoy the afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah, Asia likes to throw it down. She's got to have. Sometimes if it's an 8-horse race, she'll bet all 8 horses. She's guaranteed a winner, guaranteed losing money, but guaranteed a winning ticket.
Well, that's why we got to win these other bets to make up for it, right?
$200 trifecta. Huh? What happened? What are we doing?
I do like seeing the people who get into horse racing, though. She got into it. It's
the
really
only
cool to
place
watch.
where people won't look at her when she makes that kind of wager So Mark is going to be visiting my place out in Park City this summer. Is a place called Wyoming Downs.
Oh, I'm dying to go there. You told me about it.
You will see these cowboys, and you'll look at sometimes their boots, and you're thinking, wow, this guy, he's got $20 to his name, and they'll just be counting out hundreds, making bets. Sometimes I've seen some $6,000, $8,000, $10,000 wagers at Wyoming Downs. Crazy.
Yeah, I got to go to Wyoming Downs. That sounds like a day at the races, huh?
That's a day, huh?
Yeah.
Wyoming Downs. Lee Sterling, he's going to stop by tomorrow at Gulfstream Park. We are going to be out at Gulfstream Park tomorrow. Thank you, Lee. Check out his website, ParamountSports.com. Follow him on Twitter at Paramount Sports. Have a great weekend, although we'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, guys. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, so tomorrow, I'll just remind everybody, we will be at Gulfstream Park, and we will do the show from 2 till 6. Because we are now the flagship radio station for the Miami Marlins, we will also have coverage at Lone Depot Park. Josh Appel will be situated there in the radio booth for us from 2 till 6 as well. So we'll be coming at you from the studio, from Gulfstream Park, and from Lone Depot Park tomorrow on the program. What could possibly go wrong? Sounds like
Jimmy.
It sounds like this will be easy to pull off. You nervous, Luigi?
No, fearless.
Jimmy, wear your Mario shirt tomorrow. You got to be Mario.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
you got to be locked in. No, none of the
Yeah,
cutesy
it's also
Luigi stuff.
Yeah, it's also 11-5 Mets.
Oh, thank you. Scoreboard. I mean, come on.
You're
Solana,
welcome.
What are we doing here? But tomorrow you can hear the Marlins game opening night on AM 560. Heat and Cavs will be on FM 104.3. Marlins game pregame will start at 5:30 tomorrow afternoon, and you can hear it all on 560 AM. All right, and Washington's leading the Cubs 7-3, by the way. Interested? Anyone interested? Nope. Bottom of the fourth at Wrigley. All right, take a break. We will come back. 4 o'clock hour is next on Hochman, Crowder, and Solana.
You're listening to the Hoch, Crowder, and Solana Show.
I spend $250,000 a year on gluten.
Four p.m. and we back on the clock, so don't get cutesy. Dog lead the station unlocked. We got the sports talk and the drama to make sure the T-clock. WQAM is the Avengers with no weak spot. For Joe, Rose, Woody, Bo, Omar and more. Tobin and Leroy giving gooses galore. Yeah, for 2 to 6 is reserved for 3 legends. The captains of America, not no Chris Evans. For Spritz to McRibs and calling out game scores. Hotman, Crowder, Solana. Get ready for some more.
All right, here we go. 4 o'clock hour. Hochman, Crowder, and Solana. Getting a text from Solana. There was no toilet paper in the bathroom. Tough situation. What happened? Took a commercial break, Deuce?
Thank you, booty little boy.
Well, you don't have to tell everybody.
Seems like that would be important. I feel like I can get the message out to staff at the radio station that there's no toilet paper.
Listen, I love the radio station. How does that happen? How do I look over and there's no TP? I mean, what are we doing? How does that happen?
So what was the result of this situation?
Well, there is paper towel, but I'm not trying to get into specifics, but what's the alternative? Crowder, pull up my pants and just come back to work? I mean,
well, go in the next stall. See if there's toilet paper over there.
There's got to be toilet paper in there somewhere.
No, there is no next stall. We have a single bathroom, a single stall.
Oh,
with
you
one
went
toilet
to the private bathroom.
Went to the little
in
bathroom.
the employee bathroom, and I'm not gonna walk across the sales pit with my pants down to my ankles. So I made a business decision, and I went with paper towel.
All right.
That's rough. That's rough on the crack.
Wish I hadn't asked.
It is.
Yeah, he doesn't worry about that.
Wish I hadn't asked. Stock market report. If you thought that was bad. Stock market report has been sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE, 1-800-747-3733. It's been a bloodbath on Wall Street. It continued today. Dow Jones down a full percent, 470 points. S&P 500 down 1 3/4%, 114 points. And the NASDAQ down almost 2.5%, down 521 points. So looks like it's going to be the play-in tournament for Wall Street.
Play-in.
15 minutes of heat. That's brought to you by Doral Kia, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit them at Doral Kia or DoralKia.com. I didn't see any of the post game last night. Solana, what did Spo have to say after the game?
I mean, he praised Pelle Larsson, called him undeniable, and Pelle had a really good game yesterday. There's no doubt about it. There was a 15-3 run from the Heat that he really praised as well, and I think he was also very complimentary of Kel'el Ware and said that it was clearly a tough outing against Wemby and the Spurs, but that Kel'el was committed to getting better. They had a good film session, so it was a lot of praise to go around. Obviously, it was a big win.
What do you think the line's going to be tomorrow night in Cleveland?
Oh,
it was 2.5 yesterday, but Cleveland was on the second night of a back-to-back. So assuming all the same players are playing, what do you think the line would be?
Cleveland's still favored by 4.5.
Yeah, I would say 4.
They were without Jared Allen, without Max Strus, and Dean Wade hurt his foot in the layup lines before the game and was pulled out. So my guess is Jared Allen might be back tomorrow. I read that from Windy, and Strus will probably play tomorrow. That might move the line. I'm not kidding. Like, that might move the line to -5, -6, plus a day off.
Strus is a 2-point player?
Well, just them being healthy, Crowder, and not being on the second night of a back-to-back. But Jared Allen, yeah, dude, Jared Allen has cooked the Heat.
Yeah, he's a monster.
Jaime Jaquez Jr. is second right now in odds for sixth man of the year.
Yeah, it should be first.
Yeah. Keldon Johnson is plus 115, but Jaime Jaquez Jr. is plus 300.
He missed a lot of time, though.
Jaime, nah.
He missed a bunch of games. We'd say he was questionable and all that crap.
Nah. He only missed 3 games, I think, like recently. But no, he's been playing. I would bet he's already up to 60 games played or 55 games played this season.
Hey, why is Wemby plus 1,200 for MVP?
Because he can only miss like 1 more game or 2 more games. Yeah. I don't remember the exact number, but he can only miss like 1 or 2 more games until he's taken out of the.
Let's say he doesn't. Would he be the MVP? If he plays 65 or more, would he be the MVP?
I don't know. I honestly, I've never been more confused with the MVP race because ESPN and like Michael Wilbon and Stephen A. Smith and Kendrick Perkins keep pushing this Jaylen Brown narrative that I don't see. And I know I'm a Celtics hater, and I get
he's
that.
Plus 15,000.
Yeah, I mean, think about that.
SGA, just so everyone knows, SGA is minus 800. SGA is far and away the huge favorite. Luka is plus 900. Wemby is plus 1,200. And then you get to Jokic plus 4,000. Jaylen Brown plus 15,000.
Think about that, though. Somebody who's a plus 15,000 is getting propped up by all these like massive talking heads constantly on ESPN. I don't get it. Hawk, I think if the Spurs like won out and Wemby was playing at this insane level, there's a chance. But I think it's just going to go to SGA with the number 1 overall seed.
So I trust the gambling websites way over ESPN because ESPN just pushes numbers. That's why they talk about the damn Dallas Cowboys all the time.
Oh, no, for sure. I'm not telling you that they're right. I'm just confused by it. Like, what are they seeing that I'm not? And that's not taken away from Jaylen Brown. Genuinely, it's not. But, like, you can't seriously sit up there and continue to peddle this narrative that Jaylen Brown deserves to be MVP when he's not even really in the conversation for MVP. I don't understand why they keep doing that.
Because Boston basketball pushes ratings just like Dallas football pushes ratings.
Yeah, but so does Wemby, so does Luka. Like, there's other players who are actually vying for the MVP that have a chance to win it and move the needle in terms of whatever it is that they're trying to do.
Google says Victor Wembanyama has played 58 games so far. So that would mean he'd have to play a minimum of 7 games to hit 65.
Right. And they probably only have 10 or 9 left.
Right.
So, yeah.
So
all right, let's get our what's that?
He got to take it easy. He can't
do
too much.
Even if he hit 65, though, I'm not necessarily certain he's going to win MVP. It just seems like plus 1,200 from what I saw Monday night. Plus 1,200 looks like free money if you were just watching an NBA game, Heat and Spurs this week.
I've had ESPN on watching it. SGA, you get bored with what he does because all his highlights look the same with the little left elbow middies, but he's special.
He's special, man. And by the way, Hawk, you want to know how he does it? The Spurs are 2 games back of the Thunder. They overtake the Thunder, and Wemby's leading them. That's why I mentioned they win out or whatever. They go 8-1, their final whatever amount of games. They overtake the Thunder somehow in the standings. They're the 1 seed. I think it's possible. I really do. I think it's possible.
Actually, that makes sense. Yeah.
But, good luck. It's not that they can't win out, or it's not that they can't go 8-1 or whatever it is. But like the Thunder aren't just going to lose 5 games over the next 2 weeks. That's just not going to happen.
Let's get our MLB scoreboard here with Solana, brought to you by Doral Kia, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit them at Doral Kia or DoralKia.com.
Hey, speaking of the Spurs, this is a funny-ass tweet, and it's going to piss you off, Hawk. The San Antonio Spurs post a picture of, I believe it's George Gervin, right, that they call the Iceman?
I saw this. Yeah. Well, I texted you you're talking about him with Caleb Williams?
No. So he's sitting on like a Spurs throne, and they posted a picture of him, and they said there's only one Iceman.
Right.
And it's a picture of George Gervin.
Right, but that's because George Gervin, we talked about this on the show, that Caleb Williams, he's referring to himself as the Iceman.
He's trying to get it, what's it called, trademarked, and like he's trying to carve out himself as the Iceman now.
George Gervin, who was famously the Iceman for the Spurs, he said in the Sun-Times, Chicago newspaper, "I have nothing but respect for Caleb Williams. He's already proved greatness, and his potential upside is great, like an Iceman. But that name is taken. All I'm saying is, young fella, we've already got one Iceman."
I like it.
George Gervin was excellent in, what was that movie that I liked? Marty Supreme.
Haven't seen it.
Marty Supreme? What is he? What is he in Marty Supreme?
He plays like an older pool hustler. Like he has an actual role. Never acted before in his life. But these guys that make Marty Supreme, they made Uncut Gems, they cast really cleverly. You know, the girl who she went on to date Kanye. Who's the girl from Uncut Gems?
Oh, Julia Fox.
Yeah, like she'd never really been in anything till Uncut Gems. Like the guy who's on the chopper with her when she's flying to Mohegan Sun. Like he's just an actual wacky gambler. Like they cast strangely, but my guess is they grew up watching George Gervin like I did, and they were like, "Hey, let's see if we can get Iceman in the movie."
Yeah, Kevin Garnett playing Kevin Garnett. That was a hard one.
He happened to be very good in that.
Wasn't good at all.
He was. It was incredibly believable.
That he was Kevin Garnett?
No, because he had to act. He had a lot of lines. There was emotion. There were emotional scenes between him and Adam Sandler.
He put up the little sign during the bid. He talked to the little white lady, and then he went in his office and act like Kevin Garnett.
No, he had to go shopping first. They had to go to the showroom first.
Goodness
like there were
gracious.
several scenes. Yeah, he was good. I would almost submit to you, this is no joke, that Kevin Garnett is as good of an actor as Adam Sandler. Because Adam Sandler's not a good actor. He plays Adam Sandler in all his movies, other than Uncut Gems.
But he played Happy Gilmore. He played a bunch of roles. Kevin Garnett played Kevin Garnett.
Right. In a role, though. And I would submit to you that they are equal when it comes to acting talent.
Kevin Garnett is as good an actor as Adam Sandler.
Yes, because you can't imagine that Adam Sandler is a good actor.
I think he's one of the best actors ever.
He is.
What?
From
What?
Happy Gilmore.
No.
to-
Don't
to
confuse
Uncut
making
Gems.
good popular movies.
No, to being different characters.
Hoch unplugged his microphone. Thank God. This is the best you've sounded throughout this entire
Oh my
conversation.
goodness gracious.
I agree.
I don't understand. No. I don't understand the range, Crowder. The range from Adam Sandler. I mean, we're talking about comedic genius, but also this dude. He was in Spanglish.
If you keep bringing up Spanglish, I'm going to punch you right in the nose, Solana.
I mean, the range. He had Spanglish, which is just a phenomenal
Say
movie.
Spanglish again. That's strike two.
Still not working, Hoch. Sorry, man. Still not working.
Say Spanglish again. I'm gonna knock that head off your head.
Okay, Click.
He was Adam Sandler in Click.
No, it was heartwarming at the end. 50 First Dates.
50 First Dates was good.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good movie.
Just go with it.
Never seen
Oh,
it.
when he was with the pretty white lady. With
Yeah.
the mixed family.
Before Hoch gets back on, we can all admit, right? Adam Sandler's a terrible actor. I mean, I'm gonna defend Adam Sandler with everything I have once Hoch reconnects, but he is not a good actor at all.
But he's funny, but he's better at acting than Kevin Garnett is at acting as Kevin Garnett. What?
Oh,
you
for
want to
sure.
cast me as me? That's the easiest role I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, that's the worst take on this show all week, and that's saying something.
Huh?
Not yours, Hoch's.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
And then he did Spanglish.
That's strike three. That's strike three, Solana. Next time I see you, we're
you're
gonna
not
lock
still
up.
on Sandler movies, proving that he's a good actor.
Yeah, he's great.
He brought up Spanglish 3 times, so now I have to punch him in the face next time I see him.
You said that you're the one who said he's a great actor.
He is.
say he's a great actor. I said he's a better actor than Kevin Garnett.
I think you agreed with Solana when Solana said he's a great actor. You said, I agree.
He has more range than Kevin Garnett playing.
I don't think so.
What was his
In
role?
fact, I
Hawk?
think his range is more limited.
Oh, Kevin was playing Kevin? What?
Kevin Garnett was playing an actor, was acting a role where he was tied up in something during an NBA finals that he wasn't tied up in. It was fictional, and he played it well. You thought that it was Kevin Garnett.
I'm a white guy playing a black guy, playing a white guy, playing a black guy.
Little
on,
Nicky.
Oh.
Little Nicky. Little Nicky.
I mean,
Underrated movie.
That takes talent. That takes
Don't
talent.
even- that
Hawk.
movie is
Pull that
so
off.
bad.
How can you have a list for 3 months?
The Longest Yard. I mean,
What?
I thought he was a legitimate NFL quarterback.
Athlete.
Waterboy.
You don't mess
Again,
with the Zohan.
Oof.
he's a model.
I think we're seeing that Kevin Garnett is indeed a better actor than Adam Sandler.
Big Daddy.
Loving
ro-
father.
Great role model.
Adoptive father. Not even his son.
Yep. Yep. Spanglish, of course.
All right, give us the headlines.
That's 4 strikes. 4 strikes. I'm gonna rip out your beard.
Jeez. Did you guys see the Joker last night? Since we were talking a little NBA, 23 points, 21 rebounds, 9 assists. He showed up to the post-game press conference in Minions Crocs.
I did
Yeah.
see that. So,
I love him. The game before he went like 23, 17, and 17. He's special, but
Crazy.
what is he for the MVP?
he was like plus 900.
No, I think you said he was behind Jaylen Brown, like plus 20.
No. He was ahead of him.
Oh, Joker? Nice.
Yeah. Oh, Joker was plus 4,000. Jalen was plus 15,000.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Did any of you watch baseball on Netflix yesterday? The Netflix premiere?
Watched about an inning of it because I was watching the Heat game, and then I was like, all right, let me see what's going on Netflix. I just found out this morning that Netflix only has 2 games this season.
All year. That's it.
Yeah, just opening night and one other special game, probably the Field of Dreams game.
And the home run derby.
Oh, they have the home run derby as well?
Yes.
People were complaining about it. I mean, whatever. It was fine. It was a baseball game. I thought the score bug was a little big and a little busy. But other than that, like, it wasn't so remarkably different than any other broadcast.
What more can you do to a baseball game to make it better on a different station?
Right. But people were saying that it was just awful. And everyone has jumped on them because the first challenge of a pitch, they were interviewing the manager in the dugout.
Right.
So they didn't get the first ever challenge of a baseball pitch. Who gives a bleep? Like, does anyone remember the first ever challenge in the NFL?
3-1 or 2-2?
I mean, but when I tell you this was a talking point on social media from the moment it happened,
Yeah.
it was crazy. Everyone's like, can you believe they were in a dugout interview when the first ever, what's it called, ABS?
Yeah, ABS.
I get that wrong?
No, I swear.
Oh, I thought you were
ABS.
doing when I do the Crowder. Oh yeah,
No.
you got it.
No, yeah.
And people are crazed that they weren't, that it wasn't this monumental moment. This was the first challenge ever in Major League Baseball history. It's like, who cares?
It was one of those things, Hawk, I think, where, and by the way, I didn't watch it live, but I did earlier this morning. I watched a little bit of it. I saw clips on social media. It was one of those things where everybody just wanted to have a take for no reason. I thought like the actual picture quality, so the shots that they had coming into the game, the aerial coverage was baller. And yeah, the scoreboard
Netflix
was like,
always has the crispest picture of anything
Yes.
I watch.
Yes.
Netflix has the crispest picture,
Crispiest.
except except the camera that was showing like a pitch. It was foggy for a lot of the game.
The score bug was a little weird for me because you could almost not read the pitcher and batters' names. Like you really had to like go up to the TV and and try to like squint to
How big
know
is your
who's
TV?
pitching.
You have a 19?
Bro, I'm telling you, man. Like you could barely read that, but other than that, it was fine.
It was fine.
Why is everybody upset about everything all the time?
Everybody's got to criticize.
This social media world, everybody needs to say something. Sometimes you just sit and be quiet and chill.
But I will tell you, Netflix to me has the crispest picture of anything I watch, and Prime Video has the darkest picture. I don't like watching movies. I like stuff super bright. I always have the brightness setting on my phone to the top, brightness on the tablet. I'm watching Cubs Nationals right now. Nationals leading 8-3, bottom of the sixth. I always have everything set on bright. Amazon's default, very dark.
When's the last time you've been to the eye doctor?
I have perfect eyes.
When's the last time a doctor told you that?
Whenever I go to the eye doctor.
99?
Why, you watch everything dark?
I just saying you need everything bright as hell.
I like stuff being on the bright setting. I know you don't know how to do settings, but a lot of people change the settings of their brightness to their liking. My liking is bright.
Hawk, you're a little long in the tooth. Maybe you like bright because the eyes are going.
Maybe you like dark because your eyes hurt because they're going. Maybe you can't handle the bright light.
Hawk, I have LASIK.
I've had LASIK.
20. I can see you right now from Atlanta if I could look out the window.
I'm not even looking at the video feed right now. I'm looking at you in your hotel room.
Speaking of that, I had to apply for a new ID, like a driver's license, because mine is expiring. They just mailed me a new one. I send them whatever, $50, $52. They mail me a new one. Shouldn't I have to go, I don't know, like retake a test or do an eye
I think
exam?
that's like every 10 years or 15 years, something like that.
Yeah, no, it's been 15 years. It was my first ID when I was 16.
They do that when your driver's license is about to expire.
Bro, I've never retaken an eye test or driver's license test in my life.
This is only my second driver's license ever. I turned 16. I got a driver's license. Now I'm getting a new one.
Yeah, actually, now that you say that, you don't have to retake the driving test.
No.
I'm not saying retake the driving test, but what if I did. I fell on my head. What if my vision...
Your order vision.
If your vision goes, you in trouble.
But I love that Solana said, my driver's license was expiring. So I went there or whatever. And then Jimmy said, no, you have to do it when your driver's license is expiring. And Solana was like confused, and so was I.
But that's because that's what I did when I renewed my license.
Right, but his story was that he didn't have to. That was the whole story.
Oh, I know.
But then...
Never mind.
Did your headphones work?
You see why people should have to go take an eye exam?
Yeah,
because there's drivers like Jimmy on the road.
After 2020.
But no, they do it at some age. I remember Asia's grandfather. At some age, they do make you go back and check your eyes.
I think so. Maybe when you're like 70 or something.
It's an age range where you have to go back and do an eye test and see if you can still drive.
Let me see.
I got glaucoma.
You got 20/20 and the glaucoma?
I just said have glaucoma so I can take my medicine.
Oh, you get a special prescription.
In Florida.
Can probably just use anxiety like everybody else, Crowder. You don't have to lie about
You want to hear a funnier story? Asia's grandpa, he passed before channels. He passed 13 years ago.
Damn.
But I picked him up and he had to go get his eyes tested to keep driving. So I take him to the eye doctor. He gets his eyes examined. He's like 93 at this point. The doctor tells him, you can't drive anymore. Like I can't sign off on this paper for you to drive. That's how I know that you have to get him checked at some point. He looked the doctor straight in the eyes and said, "I'm going to Walmart." And the doctor was like, "Well, you can't drive to Walmart. You can do whatever you want with that page, sir. I'm going to Walmart." And he drove to Walmart till the day he died.
Says generally you do not have to take a driving test to renew a standard Florida driver's license if it is current or expired for less than 1 year. I should probably talk to the ticket wizard about this. He would probably be an expert in this rather than Google. Renewals are required every 8 years. Oh, but that's just a renewal, not a test. Every 6 years if you're 80 or over. And customers 80 or older must pass a vision test, which can be done at a service center or through a doctor.
80 or older? Bro, we gotta drop that down a little bit.
Nah, 80 is the new 40.
80 is the new 40. That makes you 13, huh?
But I'm not even trying to be an ageist here. I swear. I don't think it's just about people who are older than 50 or 60 or 70. I'm saying in general, the last time I was at the DMV and they handed me a driver's license was like a decade ago. I mean, I've lived life since then. How do they know I'm not visually impaired? How do they know I'm not mentally impaired? How do they know like I still belong legally on the road? Shouldn't there be a checks and balances of this?
I'm going to warn you. You're going to go drive home today, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people out there not mentally all together
You're
or visually
the last
all together.
person I'm worried about when I'm driving on 95.
Yeah. Trust me.
All right. By the way, Hoch, I am keeping an eye on Italy, Northern Ireland. It's 0-0, almost halftime. If you want to text Pizzola like a picture of a ravioli
Italy
or
has
something.
to win?
No, yes. And winning today, I don't believe
Even
advances
guarantees them?
They have to play another game. They play the winner of, there's I don't know if it's Ukraine, Sweden, or Wales, Bosnia.
But if they lose, are they not in the World Cup?
Yeah, I think if they lose, they're out. I'm pretty sure. Look up the bracket really quickly, but I'm pretty sure if Italy loses, I'm pretty sure they're out. So the stakes are high if you want to troll Pizzola a little bit. And
it gets a little touchy.
Yeah. All right, guys. Your weather in South Florida right now, it is around 80 degrees. Tonight, the lows will be in the low 70s.
You want to play a couple of oh, sorry, I forgot there's a sponsor. Go ahead.
Oh, no problem. That weather report is brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting. Storm season is coming. Make sure your home is ready. Get your free roof and window estimate today. Visit tornadoroofing.com.
I know. It's tough to read those. You got bad collision.
Blizzard can't see the tour gators.
Blizzard.
You guys want to play a couple of Take Me Out to the Ball games in the next segment just for fun for opening day?
Love it. They tickle
Yeah, we
me.
always have fun with those. So we'll do that in the next segment. I want to tell you first about my good friends and the amazing award-winning team at Doral Kia. Whenever you want a low price, you always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Kia. We bought our son his Kia K4 at Doral Kia. And Mitchell, the king of Kias, took great care of us. He will certainly take great care of you and your family, his entire staff down there. Take advantage of a Pricito now on all your favorite new Kia models like a Sportage, Sorento, Telluride, K5, Soul, and more. Don't wait. You want to hurry to Doral Kia today. Don't miss your chance to save on a new Kia or shop any of their pre-owned vehicles with easy financing, fast service, and the best value for your money because you always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Kia.
You're listening to the Hoch, Crowder, and Solana Show.
In college, they called me Black Bill Gates.
A lot of little green onions. You know the song is called Green Onions?
Classic, man. Come on.
Classic. From what movie, Solana?
This is from The Longest Yard.
From Sandlot, you dope. Thought you loved that movie.
My favorite movie.
Great movie.
What are you drinking there? Bright green can.
Yeah, little Spindrift.
Spindrift?
A little
What is that?
Spindrift, Hoch. It's a real squeezed fruit, sparkling water. Lime flavored.
All right.
Just a little club soda.
So we made an announcement today on the radio station that the Miami Marlins' new home, radio home, is right here on WQAM. And so we're very excited, the multi-year deal, and you'll be able to hear the Marlins games right here, either on 560 or on FM 104.3, depending on who else is playing. Like tomorrow night, opening day, you've got Heat playing as well. So tomorrow, you've got AM 560 for your Marlins action. Pregame will start at 5:30. First pitch, 7:10. Saturday and Sunday, you'll hear the game on FM. So we're very excited that the Marlins have been added to the WQAM family. And in celebration, we thought we'd play a couple Take Me Out to the Ball games. Now, admittedly, we were going to do this whether or not we were the flagship station for the Marlins. We've done this every year for about 10 years.
Yep.
We have a list that is long and varied, but there are a few that we love so much. And this year we lost Ozzy Osbourne, or I guess, was it last year? Must have been last year by now, huh?
Probably 2025, yeah.
Anyway, we'll play a little Take Me Out to the Ball game from Ozzy Osbourne. These are all from Wrigley Field. I happen to be watching the Cubs game right now. Cubs-Nats. 8-3 Washington.
Oh, thanks.
Bottom of the
Appreciate that
seventh.
update. Yeah.
So here for your opening day pleasure, Take Me Out to the Ball game, Ozzy Osbourne at Wrigley Field.
All right, Chicago. I want to hear a real crazy crowd start singing with me. Are you ready? Are you ready? I can't hear you. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, and let's go out to the ball game. Let's go out to the river. Take me in, bring us in. I don't remember what I have to do. Don't have to 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
So great.
Yeah, let's get some runs. Come
Let's
on, don't
get
mess
some
around.
runs.
Let's get some runs, guys.
Could be talking to the Cubs right now, as a matter of fact. Let's get some runs.
So
Was
did
this
he just
Pete-
not know the song? He just didn't know the song?
Didn't know the song, didn't care to learn the song, and knew the tune, knew the melody. Pete Crow Armstrong is up.
PCA?
DJ's got a prop bet. PCA home run today.
He is, I was reading earlier, top 10 MLB jersey sales, Pete Crow Armstrong is in the top 10.
Makes sense.
I
He's
don't
in
know if
the
it makes
MVP
sense.
conversation last year.
Yeah, I guess, but it's like
Bunting.
PCA household
They got him
name.
bunting. Great bunt, though. Bunted his way on base and drove in the runner from third.
Oh, wow. Love that.
8-4, Washington. Here's another take me out to the ball game. We were talking about Scottie Pippen this week because he's doing commercials for Mr. Pibb. We were talking about his baritone voice. He's got one of the most baritone voices in all of sports history. This is Scottie Pippen. Now, we have created a story around this, right? That maybe he had a couple of drinks before he did this.
I believe, yeah, we have kind of insinuated that he was definitely drunk.
Like feeling a little bit of something. So here it is. Take me out to the ball game. Wrigley Field, Scottie Pippen.
A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball.
Great start.
Take me out to the ball. I don't care if I...
Yeah, he lost it. He's back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't win, it's a shame. Why is 1, 2, 3 strikes? You're out at the ball game. Let's go, Cubbies!
Yeah, he was like, yeah, I'm going to get up there. I'm going to vibe a little bit. I'll probably throw a couple ad libs in or whatever. Like, yeah. So make sure you're watching, you know. And then he got up there and he just forgot the lyrics.
I love when he finally starts feeling it. He's like, oh, I know this part. Oh, 2, 3.
Makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes me laugh.
Yeah.
This one, we've come up with our own story, too. Mike Ditka. They wanted him to get to the booth so he could sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game, but he was having fun in his suite with his friends. They were smoking cigars, drinking brandy. Some staffer with the Cubs was like, Coach, you really got to go. You got to go. We're running late. And now they're running late, and it's time for the 7th inning stretch, and Coach is just running into the booth at the right time. And he's like, you guys rushed me like crazy. Now I'm just going to barrel through this song faster than the organist can keep up. Here he is, Mike Ditka.
A 1 and a 2 and a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. All these happy nuts and Grandpa Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back. I will roll up for the whole team. They don't win this game. 1, 2, 3 strikes you out at the old ball game.
And it's all business.
He hands the kid the microphone. Here, you happy?
Happy now. Hey, jump ahead to Mr. T, Jimmy, because we don't have a lot of time here. I'm Mr. T. I enjoy Mr. T doing Take Me Out to the Ball Game because he's got, just feels and sounds like Mr. T. And he's from Chicago, by the way, so him singing it at Wrigley Field. This is Mr. T.
All right, Cubs fans, let me hear it. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the Cubbies. If they don't win, it's a shame. So it's 1, 2, 3 strikes you out at the old ball game.
My favorite. 1, 2, 3 strikes, you out. My favorite little change up there. 1, 2, 3 strikes, you out. We don't have on this list. Warren G. We don't have that one?
Let me double check.
I happen to love that version because remember, he does like a Warren G version of it. Starts with regulators.
Yeah, we don't have that one. I'd have
No
to.
big deal. We have a whole bunch of others. I don't remember some of these. I know Matt Nagy, we have him up there because he says penis instead of peanuts.
Yeah, he does.
But I just gave you the spoiler, so we don't have to play that one. Who else? Will Ferrell. I'm guessing it's not funny at all.
Will Ferrell's probably hilarious because everything he does is hilarious.
All right, let's listen to Will Ferrell doing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" at Wrigley Field. There's no chance that Will Ferrell would just try to make it all about him because he would never do that in a public setting like this. Like when he shows up to a hockey game dressed as a ref, he would never do this. Here's Will Ferrell. I don't recall this at all. Will Ferrell at Wrigley Field.
Let's pick it up, gang. We need to get some runs. Let's go. Come on, everybody.
Oh, okay, wait a second. So this is stop it for 1 second. It's Will Ferrell doing it as Harry Carey. I can tell you that.
That's what it is.
I don't know who the first voice was, but then Will Ferrell is doing Harry Carey, which happens to be funny because he used to do that on Saturday Night Live when he was funny, and it was a great impersonation.
And Harry Carey was the Cubs PA announcer. Can you remind me?
He was their broadcaster. He's one of the most famous baseball broadcasters of all time. But he's the one who would sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" during the 7th inning stretch. And then when he passed away, they decided we'll start a new tradition. We'll have a different celebrity up there every 7th inning stretch and take Harry's place. But no one could do it like Harry Carey. So here is Will Ferrell channeling the late, great Harry Carey.
Let's pick it up, gang. We need to get some runs. Let's go. Come on, everybody. We need to get some runs. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if root for the Cubs. Please, they don't win. It's a shame. So it's 1, 2, 3 strikes. You're out. The old come on!
Yeah, it does sound like Harry Carey there at the end. I looked it up on YouTube because I thought it sounded like Mike Ditka, and it is. It's Will Ferrell and Mike Ditka together doing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." Somebody says, you guys got the one with Gary Busey singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game"? I've never heard that before. Gary Busey's a nut job. I would love to hear that if that actually exists. All right, there you go. That's our celebration of opening day. Will Ferrell.
Feels like baseball now, if you ask me, Hawk.
Baseball is back officially. All right, we'll take a break. 5 o'clock, Funky Buddha Happy Hour is next.
You're listening to the Hoch, Crowder, and Solana Show.
Yeah. Let's go.
Perfect song for the 5 o'clock Funky Buddha Happy Hour. John Fogerty's coming to Hard Rock Live, too. Coming with Steve Winwood. I want to go see that show. Anyway, just as an aside, 5 o'clock hour is the Funky Buddha Happy Hour, brought to you by our friends at Funky Buddha Brewery. And you can watch a little tournament action tonight at Funky Buddha in Oakland Park. Now, if you're going to the Panthers game tonight, make sure you stop by at the Amerant Bank Arena there, the Funky Buddha Tap Room. But tonight at the Tap Room, you ball out, little tournament hoops, drink specials, half-priced wings, which they do every Thursday from 4 p.m. till close, but half-price wings tonight for your tournament action. They have $4 pregame Pilsner pours, $15 pitchers. They've got Pop-A-Shot games. It's my game, man. So you got action tonight.
There's
Funky
Pop-A-Shot.
Buddha.
There's Pop-A-Shot at the radio station now, Hoch. I've noticed that you've taken a gander over there and you claim to be the Pop-A-Shot king, but there's been no challenge.
Well, I like the official ones that are at Dave & Buster's, that are solid, built into the ground. You got an actual ball and stuff. These traveling Pop-A-Shot games, they're a little suspect most of the time. I don't believe the scoring,
It's not legitimate, is what you're saying? Okay.
I mean, I'll kick your ass in it. It doesn't matter, but it's not sanctioned. You know what I mean?
All right. Well, I'm down to drive to Funky Buddha right now to go beat.
Well, I don't think they have the permanent ones either. I think those are traveling ones.
Okay, never mind.
Would be my guess.
All right.
Anyway, 5 o'clock hour is the Funky Buddha Happy Hour. Let's get headlines brought to you by Doral Kia, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit them at Doral Kia or DoralKia.com.
Would you like to give me one final update on the Cubs game? Because I'm sure that is coming. And
they're in a commercial break right now. Last I saw, I think it was still 8-4. Did you see Paul Skeen's ERA after today?
5,000.
65. 67.5. There's a funny little graphic. Paul Skeen's ERA by season. 2024, 1.96. 2025, 1.97. 2026, 67.50. He did not last the inning. Now, admittedly, it was who was it? Was it O'Neal Cruz that couldn't field anything?
I don't know. I honestly didn't really watch much of the game. I saw his 5 earned runs in a 2/3 first inning.
But I think it was terrible fielding by O'Neal Cruz.
Right, but if it's an error, then he doesn't get charged for the run, so probably not.
But I don't think it was an error. I think he got charged for the runs.
But that's my point. Like, it can't be terrible fielding if it didn't end up being an error and he was charged for the runs. So he's still charged for the runs.
I'm just telling you, everybody's saying that it was O'Neal Cruz's. Like here, John Boy, O'Neal Cruz with 2 of the worst center field plays you'll ever see in a big league game in the first inning, in the first game of the year. You know what I think it is? I don't think you can call an error on someone who misjudges a fly. If you don't touch the ball, it's not an error, I believe. So you could have terrible fielding, but if he didn't actually touch the ball, I don't think it could be called an error.
Yeah, I got you.
I may be
Still,
wrong.
Though, you get pulled. I'm excited for tomorrow, man. Sandy back on the bump. You had mentioned something about him for Cy Young, and I don't know, but I did read this from the Marlins radio network. The milestone watch for Sandy. He's 81 strikeouts away to be the all-time franchise leader, 29 starts away to be the all-time franchise leader, and 159 innings away from being the all-time franchise leader. Like, he could become arguably the greatest Marlins pitcher in franchise history. I know, we're going to think about some of the guys who won hardware in that category before Sandy, but like, he'll be in that conversation by the end of this year. And if he's back to being Sandy, I don't know. I'm hyped up for it.
Yeah. I said like Sandy, Yuri Perez, like you got some decent pitching talent.
Hey, Coco Gauff just won her semifinal match. She beat Mukova. She's going to play in her first ever Miami Open final tomorrow. I'm sorry, Saturday. You know, I'm a big Coco fan, Hawk, so I just have to give you that
love
update.
going to the Lipton.
Not the Lipton. Len just told me he's going to go to the Miami Open. If I would have called it the Lipton, he probably would have just nodded his head. Oh, that's right. I'll see you at the Lipton.
Of course. Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
Is he going?
He told me he might go.
Wow.
I told him they let me know. I'm probably going to be there Saturday for the final. They'll let me know.
Look at you.
Well, I got a credential. Not paying for the final ticket.
Gotcha.
There's Sweet 16 games tonight. I don't know if anybody's interested.
Lee Sterling was on with us earlier. He said Nebraska tonight laying the points and Arkansas getting the points.
Well, I need Nebraska to win outright for my tournament, my bracket, and I need Arizona to win outright. And Houston can't lose a game for the rest of the entire tournament. I need Houston to win so that I win money in my bracket. So I've never been a bigger Houston Cougars fan in my entire life.
We're all rooting for you.
The Miami Heat, they did beat the Cleveland Cavaliers yesterday. It was a big-time victory, and they're going to play the Cleveland Cavaliers again tomorrow.
All right.
Would you rather have Giannis or Donovan Mitchell?
Ooh. I
know Giannis. By the way, I think I'd sent this to you in the morning. In The Athletic today, they're once again suggesting that the Giannis and Milwaukee Buck era is done. Like there's no
divorce. There's an impending divorce between Milwaukee and Giannis. I think it was according to Sam Amick, right?
Sam Amick in The Athletic. But I've heard that before, so I refuse to get my hopes up. But there have been some rumblings, Hawk, maybe, that if the Cleveland Cavaliers don't get it done this year, and there's an early exit, that perhaps they could be interested in making some major changes, assuming LeBron James might come back. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. But we're watching the game last night. Donovan Mitchell looked pretty fantastic for stretches. He's been tied to the Heat before. Who would you rather have? You could have one.
I want to say Giannis because I like watching him play more. Nationals just hit another ding-dong at Wrigley, 10-4.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. I love everything about Giannis. I love his personality. I love Giannis. I know the right answer is probably Donovan Mitchell.
I mean, not really. Giannis has won an NBA title.
Yeah.
Not many guys can say that. So probably not. You're probably right in saying Giannis. I know somebody's gonna be like, oh, he's old and he's got too many injuries.
Well, that's why I'm thinking like the injury bug is gonna catch up, like it already has.
And every time Spider hits a three, he does like he's shooting web, which happens to be kind of fire.
Kind of cool.
Yeah. The Florida Panthers play tonight. I haven't even mentioned that today. The Florida Panthers play tonight. They host the Minnesota Wild. That is a 7 p.m. puck drop at the Amerant Bank Arena. The Panthers maybe win 2 straight with a victory today.
No. Let me see what the old Panthers line is there. Panthers are plus 135 dogs. And let me just see who's in net.
Probably Tarasov, right?
Yeah, it is Tarasov.
So we know we've been talking about the United Airlines. The row is all yours. They're going to give you the 3 adjacent economy seats, adjustable leg rests, and they're literally going to give you like a mattress, basically. And
Mattress
you can turn
pad.
that in.
Very, very thin mattress pad. But.
Okay. and you can turn that into whatever it is that you want. Cozy little nook.
Little sleeper compartment.
I saw this on Twitter. Somebody quote tweets their announcement and says, if you book a single seat in a United Relax Row, and then you really hit it off with the people next to you, are you allowed to decide as a group to convert it into a bed?
Great call.
Because let's just say, Hoch, you and I are flying on a United flight.
Huh.
You, me, and Jimmy, and we're just tired.
We get
and
tired.
We just agree.
We can't even keep our eyes open.
Can't keep our eyes open, and we got to be sharp because we're gonna land and go do a radio show.
Right.
And we just agree. Hey, wouldn't be a terrible idea. Catch some Z's.
I'm on the outside. You know what I mean? Because you got to stack up 3 in a row.
Right.
So,
but
Jimmy, you're the middle centipede.
No, thank you.
But Jimmy, you've seen
Human Centipede,
Hoch.
Jimmy?
No, and I don't think I want to.
Yeah, well, you're the middle centipede.
But Jimmy, you're facing Hoch. I just want that to be clear. We're back to back. You're facing Hoch's back.
Even worse.
Yeah. But I'm facing the seats in front of us.
I think it's a fair question. Like if I'm sitting on a flight and I hit it off with the person next to me, I just think they should offer that. Is all I'm suggesting.
They may. Yeah, they may. I'd like let me get a Coke Zero, a bag of pretzels. Also, I'd like to turn this row into a bed.
I was reading in Barry Jackson's Miami Herald article this morning. He had tweeted it too, that the Dolphins will have the 3rd most cap space in the NFL in 2027 at $148 million. And then he adds that there's still 2 draft classes between now and then, this upcoming one and the one next year. But we were talking about just cap flexibility following this year, and they're going to have it, Hoch. Like, they really are.
Sometimes you got to go through the rough patch to get to the promised land, and that seems to be the path that John Eric Sullivan is on.
Little reset. Nothing wrong with a little reset.
Big reset.
1 year. Yeah. People are still pissed off at Tua, man, in a big way. That Joe Rose rant really it brought out the Tua haters.
People were done with him.
All right, Hoch. Your weather in South Florida right now, it is partly cloudy. It's in the 80s. Tonight, the lows, they're going to drop into the mid to low 70s. Your weather is brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, replacing roofs, roof repairs, maintenance, and hurricane impact windows and doors. Visit tornadoroofing.com.
All right, Clay Ferrero is going to join us in the next segment. Cheetah Pompano, that's another spot to watch some tournament basketball tonight. You can watch all the tournament games at Cheetah Pompano or Cheetah Palm Beach. It's slam dunk season, so make plans to watch the games there. They got the entertainment. They got VIP areas, the most beautiful ladies in South Florida. Cheetah Pompano has that amazing complimentary gourmet lunch till 3 p.m. every day. Happy hour specials till 6. This Saturday is the Rodriguez Charities 7th annual poker tournament at Seminole Casino Coconut Creek, and 100% of the proceeds from the event are donated to local charities. There's $10,000 in cash prizes. It's a $200 buy-in, and if you want to support the Cheetah's charities, come on out to Seminole Coconut Creek Casino on Saturday. There will be bounties for knocking out certain players like myself. I will be playing, so I hope to see everyone there. Seminole Casino, Coconut Creek on Saturday. I always say it. It's true. Every day is a great day at Cheetah Pompano Beach. Make sure you visit Cheetah Palm Beach as well. Get all the details at cheetahsofl.com.
You're listening to the Hoch, Crowder, and Solana Show.
Every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you.
Got